I'm fine, Joe. Good to be with you.
You guys did the job. You guys got it done. You got it passed. You got it over to the Senate. The Senate, because of the filibuster rule, and you can't get to cloture without 60, has not passed it. You've got 55 in the Senate. Just need 5 more Democrats to switch sides, or Rand Paul plus 4, and then you can get it to cloture and get it to the president. Is there any responsibility, Jim, that you guys hold in the House of Representatives or even in the Senate on the Republican side?
No. I mean, they voted for it before. 6 months ago, Chuck Schumer and the Democrat senators voted for it. It's the same darn level of spending. That's why it's called a continuing resolution. It continues what's already been passed. But they won't vote for it now because of the hard left. And everybody understands that, including Democrats like John Fetterman, who said this is their fault, like the government unions, the public employee unions at the federal government level, who all say, open up the government, Democrats, vote for this bill. So the idea that you can say it's Republicans' fault is just ridiculous. And oh, by the way, Joe, 14 times in 35 days, they voted to keep the government closed.
Yeah.
So we voted, we had one vote, we voted for it. They've had 14, they voted against it 14 times.
Jim, do you know why, in your heart of hearts, why Chuck Schumer's doing it? I think there are a couple of options. He's doing it because AOC is going to kick his ass next year in the Senate race in New York, so he's got to become this far left-wing progressive guy. Or answer B, he wants them to do the nuclear option in the Senate so that if Democrats should get the Senate back, they can pack the Supreme Court and do all sorts of bad things. What do you think the reasoning is behind it?
It's all about the left. The left now controls their party. And you're going to see that, I think, if you can believe what the polls are saying, you're going to see that in New York City later tonight when Mom Donnie will win, a socialist will win and become the mayor of our largest and greatest city. So you're going to see that. That is the energy. That's what they're all concerned about, is this radical. That is their party now. The guy who wants government-run grocery stores. I was in the Soviet Union almost 40 years ago, competing over there, and you walked into the stores there. I mean, I tell people, I was in Moscow in February. It's like 400 below zero. You walk into the stores, there's no food to eat. It was like, are you kidding me? That's what the guy that they're about ready to, that the party's embraced, the guy who's now considered one of the leaders in their party, about to win the election in our largest city. That's what their party's about. And because of that, Chuck Schumer says, I better shut down the government and not vote for what I voted for 6 months earlier.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I wasn't there in the Soviet Union. I know that you're there competing, but we've all seen the pictures and the video of people waiting in long lines in blistering cold to get a roll of toilet paper, to get a loaf of bread. And every time somebody's tried to do a government-run a grocery store here in this country, it has failed. It's gone out of business because of fraud and everything else that's going on. So what gets the government back open? Obviously, you guys don't need to negotiate. In the House, you did your job. In the Senate, they don't really have anything to offer other than we'll just accept all the garbage you want in this bill, including $1.5 trillion for illegal alien health care. What is going to make this open back up? Are you going to be able to get some common sense senators on the left to say, yeah, we better hold our nose and do this, or else we're going to lose every election?
I think so. There's talk that there'll be Democrat senators who will vote to open the government. And then as for them doing that, there'll be some vote offered on the healthcare issue, the subsidy, the continued expanded subsidy that's going to get renewed again that they want to renew again for Obamacare. I have a problem with that, but that they want to vote on that, and so we'll see. And then then there's talk about working through the normal appropriation process, passing the bills. So we'll see what shakes out here this week. But that's the talk. Let's see if it happens. I have a problem with this whole Obamacare subsidy thing because, as remember, everything they told us about Obamacare turned out to be false. They said if you like your plan, you can keep your plan. Like your doctor, keep your doctor. That didn't work out. So they said premiums will decline. They will go down. President Obama said premiums will go down on average $1,500, but that didn't happen. and what did happen? Is they had to do more taxpayer subsidy to make this whole thing work out. So that's a problem.
And John Roberts, of course, changed it from a tax to a fine, or a fine to a tax, or something, just to act like it was constitutional when it wasn't. I want people watching and listening to understand, and correct me if I get this wrong, Jim. It's Jim Jordan, the House Judiciary Committee chair. The Obamacare subsidies were added because of the pandemic by the Democrats. The Democrats actually sunsetted on December 31st of this year. You guys didn't do that. The Democrats did that, and Biden signed it. Why are they acting like somehow the Republicans are on the hook to make sure that they continue when I know the pandemic is over? I'm not sure I follow.
No, they think this is their issue. They got to do something to attack President Trump. President Trump's had an amazing 9 months of doing what he told the voters he was going to do, cutting taxes, securing the border, work requirements for able-bodied people in our welfare system, school choice a component in our tax code, all the things he's done, stopping Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, all those things have been tremendous. So they got to do something. Let's pick healthcare, even though we're the ones who put this subsidy in place. We're the ones who put the sunset date on it. Let's try to blame it on President Trump and the Republicans. That's just Democrats being the left.
Well, of course. Are we doing a good enough job making people understand that Democrats put themselves in this box by themselves? They did the sunset date. They're the ones that said, of course, the expanded subsidies should go away once the pandemic is over. Yet they're digging in to extend it and blaming you guys. It's weird.
Yeah. We're shutting down the government because we set the date when that subsidy would go away.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's great. So no, I mean, again, it's the left. It's the left. I've said it many times. Not all Democrats are crazy, but the left that controls their party is. And you see that again, and you're seeing the control, I think, grow by the hard left, again, as evidenced by what I think everyone anticipates is going to happen later today in New York City.